This is Tom Giordano with Giordano Bookkeeping. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create recurring transactions in QBO. Recurring transactions are for when you have a set payment plan with a customer and you want QBO to automatically send an invoice on a periodic basis. When the customer gets the invoice, they will have the option to either pay manually or enroll in autopay. Either way, once you set up the recurring transaction, the invoicing takes care of itself from your side of things. This is different from recurring payments, which is best when you have a true subscription based payment plan. With this, the customer would agree to the payment amount and provide their information for automatic payment each period. They wouldn't have the option for manual payment. So, who is this for? This is great for businesses with periodic payments or installment payment plans. Maybe you have a project where you agree to collect $250 each week for the next 10 weeks. Or maybe you perform monthly services at a set price and you want a recurring invoice sent out each month. Okay. So before we get into the example, just note that there are a few restrictions if your customer enrolls in autopay. You cannot do daily autopay and you cannot set autopay on transactions exceeding $5,000. All right, let's jump into the example. So, the first thing you'll need to do is make sure you have an active QuickBooks Payments account. I'm in a sample file right now, so I'm not able to show you the steps for enrolling in QuickBooks payment accounts, but I'll just tell you how to get there. You'll go to settings and payments, and then if it's not active, just select set up payments. You'll provide some business details for approval, and then in 1 to 5 days, you should be approved and be ready to accept payments. Once this is set up, you will go to transactions, then recurring transactions. You'll select new. We're talking about invoicing here. So in this drop down, we'll select invoice. Okay. Now we will add our customer. We'll put in the invoice details. So this comes up, design. We have our description. We have our amount in there. All right. The next thing we'll want to do is put in our template name. So I like to add something that tells me the frequency at which I'm sending the invoice. So I leave the customer's name and I add on monthly services. All right. So next, the type, it's scheduled. You're going to want to toggle on automatically send emails and turn off the other options here. For the start date, you could pick today. You could just make sure it's a day before this next invoice is going out. If there's a set end date, you could select it in when it ends. Or if it's just a continuous payment plan, then just leave never. And you could always adjust that later if it does come to an end. All right, this is the frequency. How often will it repeat? So in this example, I'm doing a monthly invoice. So monthly, every number of months, every 1 month, every month. And then I'm selecting which day of the month is the invoice going to go out. So I will select, let's just say the 12th of the month. Okay. So now the recurring aspect of the invoice is set up. Let's back out of here for a few other settings. You're going to want to go to payment options next. And again, because I'm in the sample file, I'm not able to show you everything with the QuickBooks payment account. But if you had that set up, what would show here are the options for how you accept payment from your customers. So it will say ACH or credit card. Just select on which method that you are going to accept payment from your customer. All right. Now, another thing to mention, if you use custom invoicing templates, then you would just go to design here and there your template would show up. I have another video on that where sometimes I like to send invoices where it doesn't have as many columns. There are just some things on the default invoice that are unnecessary and I like to remove them. So a lot of times I use a custom invoice. So I have that template set up and I'll just have it available in here. You could add that if you'd like to. All right. So when all that is set, you'll save template, and that's really it. You see right here, this is the recurring transaction that we just created. So it's an invoice that will go out every month, and the next time it will go out will be September 12th. This is the amount that it's going out for. So you don't have to do anything else from here. The invoice will go out to your customer. They'll have the option to either pay it manually or enroll in autopay, and that's it. You're done from your side of things. Also, note that if for some reason you'd like to convert it from a recurring transaction where they have the option to pay either manually or through autopay to a recurring payment where they just enter their banking information and agree to the payment and have automatic payment each month or each period, then you can convert to recurring payment right here. So that's really it. Um, the invoice will go out in the date you set, and you just wait for the payment. So now you know how to set up automatic invoicing with the built in option for auto pay using recurring transactions or convert into recurring payment, which will do auto pay automatically. I hope this is helpful and thanks for watching. If you have anything that you'd like to see in a tutorial in QBO, feel free to comment below.